Indeed. Well, let's quickly move on to our next issue of discussion, where the feud between Ogun State Government and the one of its council areas is getting messier. Human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has demanded the immediate release of the suspended chairman of Ijebu East local government area of the state, Wale Adedayo, from the custody of the Department of State Services, the DSS. Falana advised the Governor Dapo Abiodun to go to court if he felt the suspended council chairman had libeled him, and the embattled chairman has been in the DSS custody in Abeokuta since Friday. And a few days after he accused the governor of diverting funds of the local government in the state. GKB, let's have your assessment first on the situation involving the detention of Mr. Adedayo and, of course, by the Department of State Services and the statement by Femi Falana. What are your assessment on this situation?
Well, let me start with a comment. It's very clear. I know Wale Adedayo very well.
Right.
Very, very well. I've known him for over 30 years. So I just want to get out of the way. So people don't accuse me of being biased. The governor has shown lack of class when it comes to this. An allegation was made. It's an allegation. You have two choices. Go to court or go back to the court of public opinion with the facts. It's not rocket science. If I told you that you've not paid me, show proof you've paid me. If you said that local government is owing the state, show them what the money you are deducting, what exactly the money is for. If they are for projects, show them the projects that the money went into.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to school to understand that for every action there will be a reaction. You cannot, in all reasonable conscience, become the judge, jury, executioner. In your own case, if you've been libeled, fine. You are the governor. You have immunity. But you can simply go to court and tell them you want to clear your name. And like I said, this thing will not take 24 hours. Just take all the paperwork, take the front page of the Punch or Tribune, whatever paper you read, and put it there. That when this man resumed on 2021, the money we've been giving him since then as chairman. And as of last month, he has collected ABCD. So we are not owing the local government a shishi. By taking him to the EFCC, or your people taking him to the EFCC, you are just making him into a matter. You are creating a hero out of the man who does not really care about anything. He has made up his mind to be like this. Nothing will change his mind. Wale, this is not the first governor that Wale Adedayo will fight. So it's not really that he's afraid. He's not afraid of the state apparatus. In fact, he relishes facing the such structures. So I think the governor or his advisors mismanaged this entire thing.
Indeed. Paul, what are your thoughts before we delve into
honestly, two adjectives kept coming to my mind. Infertile and puerile. And that's on the part of the state governor, honestly. Somebody wrote a letter to an elder statesman, the former governor of Ogun State.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, alleging a letter to a governor, to a former governor, who is an elder statesman, who is the leader, a political leader in that state, a voice, someone with experience, asking him to persuade the governor to please release funds, an allegation. And then the next thing, the man was arrested. The next thing, the lawmakers in the local council suddenly remembered that the man had mismanaged certain funds and suspended him.
And his mates went to...
It's kind of funny. And this says a lot about the kind of society we belong to, where men are stronger than institutions. And that is why councillors will suddenly wake up and say, okay, this man did this. That is why the DSS will allow themselves to be used by, for God's sake, the DSS is not supposed to allow itself to be used by even a governor to fight his personal battle. Now, GKB says that if you feel that the allegations are wrong, clear your name. This using strong arms, will not solve the problem. In fact, what has happened has not done anything to improve the image of the governor. It has not done anything to make people believe that what is alleged to have done, he did not do them. This, what has happened has further damaged or dampened, what people think. I mean, dampened the image of the governor. In fact, it's now lower in the thinking of many people.
The esteem.
That's the truth. People do not esteem it. You see, look, it's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate that this will be happening. I think what Mr. Femi Falana said is correct. This man has been in detention since when?
Friday,
Saturday, Sunday,
Monday.
You have not charged him to court. He's in detention more than 24 hours.
After the fact, yeah.
What exactly is the problem? They said there was a petition by the state government that he incited public disturbance. Take him to court. Take him to court. If you are sure of your fact, but look, this thing is just persecution. It's just a witch hunt. It's just that's the way.
No, sometimes you think that we've gone beyond this level, especially in the western part of Nigeria, and then you come up with cases of the Babakekpe mentality that seem to be regenerating in our politics. When governors suddenly realized that they are bigger than the states and that they can do whatever they like. It's unfortunate because we are lucky that some people who lived around Alagbole and people who live around Axis are not on this program. So
Thank you very much.
I cannot mention what they call it.
Like our guy BJ,
because I don't want to call this infertile or maybe pettiness. Because the man has so much to do. The Lagos-Abeokuta Express Road is worse than the worst road in Afghanistan. Lagos-Abeokuta, no, it's A2. Lagos-Ibadan, in Nigeria today, Lagos-Ibadan is classified as A1. Lagos-Abeokuta is A2. It is so bad, once you leave Ahmadiyya, you have to dance reggae all the way until you get to Abeokuta. There is a governor on seat. The road from Agbara, where most of the money is being generated from the companies there, that road, don't wear white. Or else by the time you get home, you will be black. There's a governor doesn't see that. I can give you portions of areas in Ogun State that are derelicts. That doesn't concern the governor. What concerns the governor is a local government chairman asking that please account for our money that you are keeping on our behalf. Because maybe he forgot that he's still holding their money. And they just like to remind him that, this is Ijebu's local government. We don't know whether some of our money are still with you. Please let us know what happened to them. By doing this, you have solidified the impression that you are not really concerned about governance. And you are more concerned about vendetta.
Exactly.
Because this is something that you can easily ignore and tell your commissioner for finance to go ahead and release it. Don't even have to mention it. Don't even put your name there. Just stay there and say, okay, Mr. Commissioner, please take a page in one of the newspapers and list out the monies we've released to Ijebu's local government since Mr. Adedayo became the chairman. And then people will now read it and say, okay, what else do you want the governor to do? You see what the governor has tried now. Even if I don't give you all the money you're entitled to, has given you enough to pay salaries and to buy food.
And the thing is that it is not a new allegation. State governments have consistently been accused of holding on to funds meant for local government. Former President Muhammadu Buhari said it. It is, and it's not something that is unknown. Whether it's a different case with Governor Dapo Abiodun, I don't know. Okay, but that is easy to prove that no, what this man is saying is wrong. But it is not a new allegation. So should every governor, for example, should DSS start arresting every local government chairman that complains, publicly? Should councillors start impeaching, or start suspending every local government chairman that complains? A lot of local government chairmen are complaining. Many of them cannot do so openly.
Right.
But they are complaining. And that is the truth. Nobody is fooled here. Look at development in local government. The local government is supposed to bring government closer to their people. Many people don't even know the names of their chairmen. Many people don't know the names of their councillors. Look at all those streets. some of the streets, potholes everywhere.
Roads, yeah.
Local governments are not able to deliver the dividends of democracy to their people, partly because of corruption on their own part, and partly because funds meant for grassroots development are not released. Governors, there are governors who siphon this, or who divert this, use it for whatever they want to use it for, or who think that those people, maybe they think that they are not mature enough, or they are not wise enough to handle those funds. But that is not, it defeats the spirit of federalism. You know, it is working against the people.
It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, really.
This is supposed to be the level where people know the effects of governance. When the IBB administration gave, gave the primary schools back to the local government to run, it got to a point that local government chairmen and their wives started using teachers as ADCs and errand girls. For you to see the level of corruption as it permeates down. We have a problem in this country, and the problem is basic. Our people assume that power is automatically bestowed on you wisdom. It does not. It doesn't give you wisdom. If you are a bad man before you go into service, you'll still be a bad man when you get into service. It takes the grace of God to really throw away that temptation to be superior.
Right.
Because you see some people that you know their leverage, you know their pedigree, and suddenly they don't pick your calls anymore. And then you wonder, what has changed? You became a minister just 2 weeks ago.
All right, let's quickly take this call from Ogun State. Adeniro, if you are on, please go ahead with your contribution. Hello, Adeniro, you are on. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I would like to contribute a little bit to the Ogun State alleged diversion or whatsoever. Yes, is it bad for somebody else to complain that the allocation given or he didn't receive any allocation? For crying out loud, we are suffering in Ogun State. We are suffering in Ogun State. There are many roads. Go to Ishun axis, go to Ijebu axis, go to everywhere, even close to governors, maybe town or village in Peru there. Go and see the kind road built. Is it a crime for a local government chairman to complain? Where we have laws, where we have constitution, where we have rule of law. Is it so bad that you can't even complain? Is it so bad to that extent? Right. And besides,
right, Adeniro, I would like to thank you so much, Adeniro.
Paul has complained on your behalf.
Well, let's quickly go on the very quick break. You're still on to Journalist Hangout. We'll have more discussions when we come back. Stay tuned.